For international business, the autumn statement was an opportunity to see the government's direction of travel post-Brexit. On Monday at the CBI, Theresa May said that she wanted Britain to be the global go-to place for scientists, innovators and tech investors, for support to be given to innovative firms through the tax system, and for the UK to have the lowest corporate tax rate in the G20. Let's start with the corporate tax rate. In March this year, the government published a business tax roadmap setting out a planned series of reductions in the corporate tax rate from its current rate of 20% to 19% next year and a scheduled 17% in 2020. There had been some speculation that this 17% would be further cut to 15% to match the election pledge given by Donald Trump to reduce the US corporate tax rate from 35% to 15%. In the event, no such further cut in the UK corporate tax rate was announced today, but the government recommitted to the planned reductions in UK corporate tax rate and other measures set out in the business tax roadmap. Regarding innovation, the Chancellor announced a number of spending commitments to boost R&D and productivity. In terms of tax measures, no specific enhancements were announced, but the government said it would build on the existing above-the-line tax credit to make the UK an even more attractive place to locate research and development. Currently, for large business, the above-the-line tax credit is set at 11% of R&D expenditure, so perhaps we might see an increase at some future date. International business has been waiting to hear the outcome of a number of consultations regarding planned tax changes. One of the most significant is a plan to introduce an interest limitation rule, which will restrict relief for interest expense to 30% of UK EBITDA. This is planned to raise £1 billion and will particularly affect groups with UK leverage and overseas earnings. It was hoped that this measure might be watered down or deferred, but to the contrary, the Chancellor confirmed that this measure will be implemented from April next year and address what he described as the pitch being tilted in favour of large multinational business. Draft legislation is to be published on the 5th of December. In a similar vein, there are a number of other measures in the business tax roadmap which are on the horizon, such as changes to the rules for hybrid financing, which will come into effect from the 1st of January next year and particularly affect UK-US businesses, and new rules as to how loss carry-forwards can be used, taking effect from April next year. The Chancellor was clear that these changes will come into effect, and we suggest that businesses which have not already done so should urgently assess the impact of these changes and their possible response.